Okay. So you can go.
I'll be live.
We are.
Hello everybody and welcome to yet another live. Well, there's a recipe, this recipe I have been really proud of because I haven't actually seen anybody make a version of it. I don't know of another version of cornflakes around on the internet. Please let me know if I'm wrong, but yes. So what I want to do now is, my old recipe, it's about 2 years old. It's got cheese, almond flour, salt, sweetener. To make it carnivore and to reduce the carbs, I want to leave out the almond flour. So today I'm just testing to see what happens if we added or substituted the almond flour for a carnivore friendly ingredient. Here I have, oh by the way, if you've been waiting for the live, please refresh right now so that you can get the ingredients that are listed in the description box. I've put it in. Here I've just got a little test batch. I have seasoned it with salt, 2 pinches of salt and a little bit, maybe 3 pinches of sweetener. And this one has got gelatin sprinkled all over it, which reminds me I'm going to be very confused when I remove this out of the oven. So I'm going to just gelatin, and this one has egg white protein powder sprinkled all over it. So I just want to see, because if we can get that, then that means it's like a 0 carb cereal, if you like. I'm just going to pop this in the oven. I don't think I have sprinkled monk fruit. Oh, I use monk fruit, but use whatever sweetener you like. Sprinkle sweetener over there, over the egg white protein, and I think I could do a bit better with this one, because we know that like the regular cornflakes are it's loaded with sugar. So we're just trying to mimic that. Anyway, in the oven it goes. All right, if you are watching, no, let me try that again. We are going to have a roll call shortly, but you are now watching a live show. If live shows are not your thing, please click out of this live show and tap on the video tab, and you will get like nice, short, concise, and videos that don't involve lots of pointless conversation. Our live shows are community based, and a bunch of friends meet every week and we discuss lots of things that might interest us while I do something with my hands. Let's have a roll call.
Endless rambling and some idiot in the background that will not shut up.
Yes.
All right.
That's some of the comments.
We will start this week with one for Auntie Chris.
Auntie Chris.
Some Thing Vision. I've got to do my normal stuff.
What's your normal
People get
stuff?
sick of this. Hello, Mrs. Henderson.
Bye.
Hello, Becky. Hello, Auntie Judy.
Hello, Auntie Judy.
I always forget people, but Michelle, you were 3 minutes late this week. 3 minutes, and it has been noted. Thank you.
The 3-minute police is out, people.
We have got Deborah Bremer.
Yay! Hello, Deb.
Manny Moo, which is a new name for us in
Welcome.
the chat. Welcome, Manny. Please let us know if Manny is your name or otherwise.
Yeah.
I said hi to Becky. Links Lady, which is Shirley Millar.
Hello, Shirley.
Mary Ann is here.
Mary Ann, how are you?
Janice Carey.
Oh,
He
Janice.
says, I finally get to watch you live also if they ever get here, because we were 1 minute late because
Oh, right.
I was
Were we 1 minute late?
I was straightening my arm here.
Oh, I beg your pardon. I thought we were on time today. Sorry, Janice.
We said Auntie Judy and Mark Lutker.
Hello, Mark.
Hi, Mark in Kansas, lonely old Kansas.
Oh, Kansas. Wow.
Pick your heels 3 times, Dorothy. Jay Ruboff is here.
Hello, Jay. How are you?
Grandma Braubar. Mark says, I have to say I made an enchilada casserole by frying your pasta noodle recipe. It was amazing.
Frying the pasta. Can you read that out again? I think we need to just read Mark's comment again.
Ding ding, this just in from Mark Lutka. I have to say, I made an enchilada casserole by frying your pasta noodle recipe. It was amazing.
Thank you. I know it works because I played around with that pasta recipe. It's just a pasta sheet, right? So I used it as like a, to hold a filling kind of pie. I did parcels. I did all sorts of things. So yeah, great. Thank you.
Super on is here. Oh, Lackey has rocked up.
Oh gosh. Brace yourself, people. He missed you, Lackey, so please be prepared for a bit more than a roasting.
Don't talk rubbish. The only person
he would never admit it, would he?
The only person I haven't missed is Lackey. I missed anybody else.
Oh, yeah.
She also says, hello everyone, missed you all over the last 3 weeks except you, Christopher. See, the feeling is very much mutual.
Yes.
But I'm glad you're back, Lackey. I did miss you. Okay. Mama Bear Keto Mama is here.
Hello, Ruth. How are you?
Uncle Danny. The pointless banter is what makes these live shows so much more entertaining.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, we're here for entertainment to make ourselves, happy because we're with happy people or good people.
Roasting it won't teach me out of therapy. That's great. Manny Moo is Amanda. Well, hello, Amanda.
Amanda, thank you for letting us know your name and hopefully, just feel comfortable, interact, and yourself, Mark. There's nothing fancy going on. We just chat. So go for it. If you have any questions, place it in the comments or, whatever. Keto related, hopefully, but sometimes we do veer off the subject.
Sometimes, my goodness. And I don't know, we might be a bit fancier than we think. Well, your hair curl's certainly fancy. The hair is herring today, I like it.
The hair's herring.
The hair is
The hair's hairy.
The hair is herring, said the great philosopher. Patty Shanks is here.
Hello, Patty. How are you today?
The Melbourne mischief maker, Michael Rosenau is here.
Oh, Michael. How are you?
Sorry I'm late, booking an appointment with the horse glue factory, so he's knackered.
Wow.
Chef is here.
Hello, Chef.
What's up, bro?
Thank you for recommending my gravy recipe. I really appreciated it. I think I think just, Chris isn't done with the comments, but I think I'm actually going to make it from scratch for you because when we opened up it was all done, so I'll make it from scratch for you. So Chris, could you keep going?
I could. I might not, but I could.
You could.
Why not?
You could, but you will, but you won't, but you maybe.
Michelle says, oi, 9:30 a.m. is my blood test, insulin and snack time. Be thankful I'm here, mate. Ha ha. By the way, I had the live up and waiting, so let's give me a tongue poke out emoji.
I love that. Our sister.
What? I consider myself told, Michelle, and shall rethink my actions in future. I probably won't, but Anna Marie Schultz is here. Hi from Melbourne. Hello, Anna. If this is your first time here, welcome.
Yes, but I think we've met before, Anna. Your name sounds very familiar, but welcome to a live show.
What's a new name for me? Bonnie is here.
Hello, Bonnie. How are you?
Oh, God. See, I've made a rod for my own back here because Ruth has been shortchanged.
Oh.
Hello, Ruth. Mwah. Very nice to see you.
Look, at least you can say there is one thing unique about this live show, and that is You don't normally get thrown air kisses in a live show, but there you go.
Some people would pay not to be thrown kisses.
Yes.
But I'm very grateful for the people that do love me.
Yes.
It's so heartwarming. Mark Lutker says, well, I'm just going to call him Mark from
Yes,
now on.
Mark, yes.
Until another Mark appears.
Yes.
I'm just curious, out of all the recipes you have created, what is your favourite? I'm sure you've been asked before.
Yes. The thing is I get stumped. I only post recipes that I really like. There are a ton of recipes that I do have that I'm not so proud of, so I don't post them. But favorite of favorites, this is one of them, the cornflakes recipe, just because it tastes exactly like the carb-loaded cornflakes. You say what you think, Chris.
I was busy nodding.
You were
in the
nodding.
background, yeah.
I thought you were imitating a horse. Oh no, my evil love. He was being this.
I was imitating the thing that sits on the dashboard, you know, the nodding dog.
Anyway.
Bobblehead.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So you think it tastes, but like you're just agreeing with me, and I don't appreciate that. I need more words than that sometimes.
You know better than anybody that I do not say something just for the sake of it, or
No.
to be a kiss ass. If I don't like it, I don't like it.
He is brutally honest sometimes.
Only way to be.
So look, just a third of a cup in there. That's it. And spread it.
Super Ron says, how about making a few keto ice creams for the upcoming season? He's going to make some for his channel.
I have gosh, the ultimate ice cream videos ultimate for me, right? Because I like them. You might not think they're fantastic, but 2 or 3 ingredient ice cream, depending on what you add. But I've put flavors in there for just 1 scoop because most of us are doing keto on our own. But yeah, and then I've got a dairy-free one now. I am working on a carnivore one as well, but I don't know when that's going to be ready. When I'm happy with it, I will share it, I promise. Thank you for that one.
Well, Becky says thumbs up, y'all.
Thumbs up?
Yes, please.
Thank
thumbs
you,
up the
Becky.
like.
You're so
Smash
good
the
with
like
that.
button. Becky also says that carrot cake for 2 is her favourite. The princess.
See, I forget the good ones. I
Yeah.
forget because after I posted the carrot cake video, I think I must have I ate it so much that I got tired of it, and so much as in maybe once a week. That I got tired of it. And then I forgot about it because it was years ago.
My confused look is, how do you get tired of carrot cake? It's carrot cake. You
Because-
cannot get tired of carrot cake.
Because then, when you get to taste the chocolate self-saucing pudding cake, that will change your life. I have a self-saucing pudding recipe, winter recipe normally, because you can have it warm, right? But it's also good cold. I had a carb-loaded one over 20 years ago, and I cannot taste the difference between that recipe and this one. So yeah, the mug cakes I'm super proud of because there's a lot of good things about them. They're quick, they're easy, they're delicious, they work. Yeah. So.
Well, now that you've successfully beaten all the way around the bush, did you actually answer Mark's question on what your favourite is?
Well, we're still talking about it because I'm saying what kind of recipes are my favourite.
This is why people say you ramble on incessantly in your live shows.
Okay. Okay.
Becky also likes your phyllo dough.
Oh, thank you. Monk Fruit Classic, my sweetener. You can use whatever sweetener you prefer. I'm just doing a generous pinch.
And Marianne says blender cake is my all-time favorite.
Oh, true. Can you see? There's just the blender cake and the muffin mix. The blender cake and the muffin mix, you take the base of that, you make it your own, you do your own flavor, and it comes out soft and spongy. Yeah. Thank you, Marianne, for the reminder.
Everyone else drop in what is your favorite, what's your favorite, it doesn't have to be Mel's, but what's your favorite recipe?
No, well, if it does have to be mine, because then, you know, if we were having an everybody live show, then I guess, you know, you could mention other people's recipes, but this is a Cook with Mel live show.
Well, that's true.
And
I will retract my former statement.
That was what Mark's question was as well. Pastas are also my favorite, not just the sheet pasta. I love actually making pasta by hand, so I've got a few recipes for people who are that way inclined, and they taste and act like regular pasta. I think just the cooking time is way reduced. That's how you make it. So I sprinkled, let's get back to the recipe. I added 1/3 cup of shredded mozzarella and flattened it, made it into a nice square shape, right? And then I added a generous pinch, about 1.5 teaspoons of granulated sweetener, because when you look at cornflakes, it's still got the granulated sweetener stuck to the cornflake. You can actually see the sugar in it with the carb-loaded version. And then I added a tiny pinch of salt for seasoning, and then for those two I'm testing sprinkles of gelatin in the one and egg white protein in the other one. So this one's just plain, but normally I would have mixed this with almond flour, and the almond flour just used to gel everything together, but I also had a feeling that it reduced the cheesy taste. Now, we cannot have cheesy cornflakes, people, so until we're happy that that's gone, the cheesy taste is gone, yeah, we'll post it once it's good. More coming.
Michael says my favorite, Michelle says I have to try these, I miss cornflakes with cold milk. Michael says my favorite right now is anything that only needs use of one arm and minimum dishes. I did manage to make the Persian love cake yesterday.
Oh, good for you.
Very good. It's a lot of complaining though.
And you can do this with one arm. I mean, if you don't even have to measure your mozzarella, right? Because you're just sprinkling and flattening it down, sprinkle your seasonings. And if it doesn't taste like cheese, if it tastes like cheese, we'll be making crackers or some sort. If that doesn't work, well, you know, anyway.
Ruth says you're winning my heart with the carnivore recipes, Mel.
Thank you, Ruth. I actually have a ton of carnivore recipes. They're just hidden within the library. We have pasta. It's made out of Parmesan cheese. That's carnivore friendly. We've got a 1.5 million view carnivore tortilla as well. So yeah, we have a few.
Mark says I'm carnivore-ish, LOL. I would like to see you do some egg recipes that are not the usual ones.
Egg recipes meaning what? Because, you know, we've just
done recipes with egg in it.
There's a lot. No, that can't be what he means, because most of my recipes do have egg in it.
Take a stab in the dark here.
The latest one is the pasta, but then the gravy is made with egg whites. So if you haven't seen that yet, have a look at it. I think it's pretty clever. I'm not clever, I just have moments of. cleverness. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm not that smart. Michelle says, I need a low-carb porridge alternative. Tried Snacks brand, which is an Aussie keto company, but it's just almond flour, whole powdered egg, erythritol, psyllium husk, and salt. Need something more like porridge.
Have you tried my porridge? Just go on YouTube, go cook with Mel cereal or porridge, and then you'll get a list of all the cereals and porridges that I've done, or the breakfast kind of thing. There's also a playlist, breakfast playlist, under the playlist section. I did enjoy that porridge, I have to say, but I don't know if that is not what you want. Do you know what I mean? So have a look at the end result and see if that's what you're looking for. It looks a little bit like tasty wheat. You being an Aussie, you would know what that would mean. Yeah.
Lucky says, Mel, your muffin mix has made me into a superstar keto baker.
Wow. And down the line, those are the other things that we want to develop, package, dry goods, muffin mix, blender cake, things that you can just, even the bread, right? You just pour, like the box mixes, something really easy. We're going to try and do that as well later. But right now, we've got so many challenges on the go with trying to get that egg white protein powder out to you guys. So it's tough.
Early mornings, late nights, stress, hair loss. You're gonna go to look at me.
Calling, emails. Yeah. Anyway.
Auntie Judy says magic cookies also.
Oh, yes, Auntie Judy, true. Magic cookies, definitely.
Lucky says, Mel, I'm glad you are as irritated with that idiot and his comments about your lives as I am.
Well, imagine this 24/7, and the only break you get is when you sleep. How are we doing there?
I'm happy to be of service, and Lucky, thank you for noticing. Harold.
Hello, Harold.
We've tried to be very witty with our username, so I'm not going to read the whole thing. Harold says, whose kitchen is that clean?
It's a radio silence. Yeah. I'm sorry. This is a real kitchen. See? It's a real kitchen. I don't know what to tell you.
Fun fact. I cleaned this kitchen up last night and it took me about 8 minutes. And that's after you've done some testing on some other stuff which is coming out next week.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how you don't have a clean kitchen.
Well, I think if you, this is kind of a mute kind of subject, but if you try to clean the kitchen, you will have a clean kitchen, I think. I don't know. No, I'm sorry if that sounds rude, but I don't know how else to say that. Do you know what I mean? Everybody else, I think everybody would get that.
Yeah. No, I get what you mean.
Thank you, though. My kitchen's clean. Thank you.
Somehow, I don't think it was intended as a
We'll look on the positive side of life.
We'll take it as that anyway. Thank you, Harold. Uncle Danny says, granulated sugar appearance. You're talking about frosted flakes? Cheetah.
Yes. So I'm not eating that, Uncle Danny. I'm not eating that. I'm trying to copy that, make it sugar-free, low-carb, keto, and carnivore friendly. That's what I'm trying to do.
Put on blast.
Yeah. So no, haven't had those. So what we're doing now, I've got my oven pretty low. 350 is better, but it's on 300. Right. All you're doing is browning or grilling that cheese in the oven. You're baking that cheese. It just needs to be a a golden brown color, if you will. It's so there's no oh, it must be 350 Fahrenheit. It doesn't have to be. If you set your oven to 320, it's going to take a little bit longer to bake, of course, because your oven isn't as warm. So yeah, I think we should get this out though.
Chef says he needs one-armed recipes right now because he and the table saw had a fight and his thumb lost.
Oh no.
Ooh, I was going to skip ahead. No, good, okay. He hasn't lost a thumb. It's just going to take a while to heal.
Oh no.
Geez, chef. Please, please, please. Yeah. Be careful. My mum always used to say. Mark says he makes the palm noodles weekly. Seriously.
Nice. Nice. I would too, except I have a day where I have a pasta day, and I just fill my freezer with pasta sheets, and if I'm in the mood for something different, I will do my shapes, right? But if you wrap them really well, they don't dry out, and if you defrost them naturally, they turn out just like when you made them. So you know, you could do so many things with that. Yeah. So now I just need to show them what the result is.
Do you want something to put it on?
No.
No?
Just try and show. So that's our gelatin one. You can see it's got uneven browning because it's baked from the outside, but it doesn't actually matter. When you have your cornflakes, you're not worried about the color so much. Well, you are, but when this is all mixed together, it just looks like colorful cornflakes, if you like. But you do need to let this completely cool down before you do anything else. The next step after it cools is you just break up this whole sheet into the cornflake, or the, what did Uncle Danny call them? Frosted
flakes.
Yeah, you just break them up and they turn out very similar to that shape. I think I'm going to pop this in the freezer. Do we have space?
Probably not after yesterday's escapades.
Okay. Can you link in the old cornflakes video?
I think so, yeah. Let me see.
And also when it's warm, it's going to taste of cheese. You're not going to get the right taste while it's warm. Because also it is grilled cheese, basically, you can store it for up to a week in your pantry. You don't need to do anything special, just seal it and store it in your pantry, and it stays good for quite a long time. And yeah, I'll show you what the egg white protein powder one looks like. This one for me isn't as pretty or as good as the other one. I'm concerned about the egg white protein flecks here. But I'll just show you. This ends up being, see, it's flexible now, but it ends up being really crispy, and you just can do that. It just goes, it's fun, by the way. You just, look at this. It ends up looking like Frosted Flakes.
Ooh. I just stole the piece that came out onto the bench. It's exactly like cornflakes. I mean, I have this stuff all the time. I can testify to it.
I'm still getting a, yes, but I made it different this time without the almond flour. I'm getting a little slight cheese taste, so I'm hoping that when it cools, that's going to go away. Just need to wash my hands. Any comments?
Michelle says, stuff people and their negative comments. You guys rock and they're just jealous. I love your kitchen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shelley.
Would you say I'm a messy cook?
Yes.
I think I'm a messy cook. I never used to be. But I don't think I used to be messy, this messy anyway. I find that I'm an ADHD sufferer, and I find that my attention cuts off with following through in steps. For example, closing cupboard doors, tightening jars. I've gotten better because I'm actually trying to do better. So with the messiness, it is just focusing on getting whatever done, but leaving all the mess aside. So yeah, I'm quite a messy cook. Is what it is.
It is what it is. Ruth says she has a small cluttered kitchen. LOL. Chef says, we know you have Chris as a good housekeeper.
That's true.
Michael says, you're hired Chris, start Monday. At least I know if this thing doesn't work out, I can become a house cleaner.
And like the other thing too, the other thing I want to say about having a clean kitchen is if you don't have good storage for the amount of stuff you have in your kitchen, it is going to look cluttered. I won't say messy. It's because you literally don't have anywhere to put that air fryer or, the blender. It's got to stay on the counter. So what are you going to do? It's
yeah, and ours would look like that as well. I mean, we did a house tour video, and you guys would have seen where we had all of our appliances were on a dining room table at that point.
We've taken up the dining room table. We never used to use our dining room table. It was storage.
We've since updated. We now have our dining room table back, but we've got a colossus of a shelf that is already bursting at the seams with appliances.
Yes, so this is what was happening. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having appliances on surfaces. But it was causing me anxiety. Looking at it made me feel stressed. So we went to IKEA and we just got like the cheapest shelving unit that we could find. We set it up and it's so much better now. All our appliances are in one place on a shelf. And it solves, I feel relaxed when I look there.
Chef says, no, Becky, I'll still cook. It did slow me down for a week. I hope you are recovering, Chef, and please don't do that again.
Yes. Really sorry to hear that.
Michelle says, same here. Ruth, small kitchenette. I need to go through everything and get rid of stuff I don't use or need. Becky is asking, Mel, do you have a carnivore custard recipe?
No. Oh. Can you please look up the almond custard recipe? Becky, it's not almond flour. There's no almond flour. It's just almond extract. And correct me if I'm wrong, but you can have extracts on the carnivore diet. The gelatin.
Is it good?
The gelatin. Okay. Taste that. Let's pick a similar size one.
What's the one you normally make? Has it got gelatin or not?
None of these are the ones that I normally make. So once you're eating that, I've got another piece and then tell me if you can spot the difference. To me, one is less cheesy than the other.
For me, this one tastes the most like normal cornflakes. The one with gelatin tastes more cheesy.
Oh my God, we're at a impasse. I think as it cools down, that cheese taste goes away. But I wanted to show you what the keto milk looks like after a week as well. I'm just giving it a little stir. It's still creamy. The question is, has it gone bad?
And how do you know? Just smell.
Smell,
Right.
yeah.
Becky is asking, Mel, did you add vanilla to or any flavor to disguise the cheese flavor?
I did not. And that's another kind of idea, right? Because if we put the mozzarella if we put all the ingredients into a food processor, and I was just trying to make it like simple for you, not to use any appliances, but if we did, then you could add a vanilla extract and then, blend everything up. It'll come out more finer, which is fine, or it will be the mozzarella is quite moist. So it might turn into like a ball. It's fine. You just roll it out, and that's how it turns out in my old recipe. It turns into a ball. I roll it out and season it, and then, it's good.
Good. Lots of people wishing Michael and Chef for that matter speedy recoveries from their various respective injuries. And the same goes from us too, guys. All
Yes.
seriousness. Michael, I hope you are doing well. You went through a pretty major one. Does it smell alright?
Yeah. I think I want to heat this up to see if it curdles.
It looks like it did when you put it in there.
You guys know we did this a week ago. This is week old, my keto milk, so to speak. I'm gonna try heating it up for 30 seconds. That'll probably this will be a good test, because that milk smell will be evidence. I'm putting it through another test.
Michelle says, Mel and Chris, you should start a keto cafe. I'll fly up to eat there, LOL. I'll open one here in Adelaide too.
I wish I had more time and more hands, because there's so many things that I want to do for the community, not just in Australia, but everywhere. And when you think of what's global problems, hair loss is a global problem.
Yeah, all good things in good time.
It smells like how it did before.
Yep.
Cream cheese.
But weirdly enough, it's not as strong as when you first made it. The cream cheese smell.
I agree with that.
Tastes alright.
I'm going to taste it. Thank you.
I'm not wrong, am I?
It tastes lovely.
It's almost
It
like
tastes
it's
better.
settled or
Yes.
something. I don't know what the
It
correct
tastes.
term is. It's funny because Mark is asking, did Mel find milk? I forgot if she was satisfied with the cream powder dilution, and this was before you put the milk in. So
Oh, okay.
Very
So
timely.
yes, so we used heavy cream the first time, right, Mark? You must have watched that one. But people came back and said the macros on heavy cream is not reliable, because, like in the US, they are allowed to round off the carbs, and if you bring so the way to tell, from what I understand, the way to tell when that's happening with a product is the serving size. Now, Judy's brand, has like 10 gram servings and some others. So I thought, no, let's just leave the powders out. Let's go to the original products. And I tried some others. Ones are good, not as good as a block of Philadelphia cream cheese. Right, so the full fat one, all I did was, say for example, a cup of water to half a cup of cream cheese. So 2-to-1 ratio. You blend it up, and I was saying last week that you might need sweetener, but now, I mean, I don't think I added any sweetness to this, but this is tasting more like milk than last week. Last week it had, it tasted like liquid cream cheese. It's sort of, and that's why I was saying add the sweetener to dial that down. But now, rich, creamy. You gotta try it. It's good. My problem with not making a video with this is, how do you say to people, I made a keto milk and this is how you make it, and then like it's gonna be over in like 1 minute. But I'm trying to think of.
Sure.
No, I want to actually. I've done a short of the hot chocolate, my hot chocolate mix. Another favorite, Mark. Hot chocolate mix. So I'm thinking of incorporating the hot chocolate mix into a long form video. Not long form, but like a several minute video. But with the focus on this milk. And in that way, I could do a video to, so we can have a record of this recipe somewhere, not just in a live show. Yes. Ooh. My other one is ready.
Michelle says, no, you're not a messy cook. You should see me when I bake or cook. Stuff everywhere. Ha ha ha.
Same.
You know what?
Same.
You know what, Michelle? What I'm going to do is the next time that there is some testing going on, I'll take some photos and put them in the chat group on Facebook as a behind the scenes thing. And then...
That's going to be so embarrassing
you
for
can
me.
reserve your judgment.
It's like, letting everything hang out that's supposed to be hidden. But okay, I am human. So it is what it is.
Yeah, airing our dirty laundry.
But that is all I have for you today. So we'll stop the cooking there. Oven. We'll stop the cooking there. It's just a matter of, once we've gone through all the comments, I'll do another taste test with the cornflakes or, frosty things that Uncle Danny said they are.
They're great.
Yeah, we'll do another test to see if that cheese taste is gone, and hopefully it's winner, not chicken dinner.
Blind tastes. When I taste them when they cool down, we'll do a blind taste.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Forgot my coffee.
Becky says, I love being here with you all. No one converses with me in other lives. Thank you for your hospitality. Oh. Becky, we love having you here.
Yeah, we love
and
it.
thank you for commenting. There's quite a few people who watch and don't say anything. But we love it when you interact.
Yes. And the other thing too is we live in a state where we don't know many people at all. Chris works from home, so there's no opportunity to meet people. And I work from home doing this. So
So we're hermits, effectively.
we kind of, this is our way of socializing and having a chat with somebody else other than ourselves. So it is very enjoyable for us, and I think that's why we're so enthusiastic, because it's, hey, we get to spend time with people. Yeah. But anyway. It's a two-way street, trust me.
It sounds crazy. All right. Michael says, who deserves the most sympathy, Chef, me or Chris? I'm not sure if I missed a comment, but whatever it is you're referring to, Michael, is definitely not me. I don't deserve any sympathy.
Agreed. The opposite.
I am my own worst enemy. Oh, and look, Lucky agrees with me.
Yes, Lucky would have definitely set Michael straight there.
Ah, she did this one. Yep, she says, Michael and Chef, why on earth does Christopher need sympathy? He's the bringer of his own abuse.
Agreed.
See, I got in first. I couldn't agree more. But I have to ask, Lucky, why are you calling me Christopher? I have not done anything wrong. My mother used to call me Christopher when I was naughty.
And you when I want your...
And my wife when she's trying to break through the BS and get my attention. Or be cheeky, for that matter.
No, it's normally when it's to let you know that I want you to pay full attention to the next thing that comes.
I always pay full attention to you.
Uh-huh.
I hang off your every word.
Mm-hmm.
Except when I don't. Chef says it's unbelievably hard to be tidy when shooting a video. It is, right? In all seriousness.
Too many things to concentrate on and get right. When you're shooting a video, it's not just throw things in a bowl and, so we can learn the recipe. It's not that. It's your lighting. It's making sure that your camera is got good focus, as in the picture that you're watching is clear. The way you explain a recipe, there's a lot that goes into it, and to do it all of those things at one time, it's a bit challenging. So other things are gonna fall by the wayside.
Yeah, it's very true. The part Becky says your kitchen counter is spick and span. One could eat off your counter, chef. It's very true. The part where you're actually doing the thing looks all sweetness and light and perfection, but outside of that, it's like someone literally set off a grenade.
So was somebody saying chef's kitchen's good?
That was Becky said that.
Yes.
Yes, his chef's kitchen counter is spick and span.
Oh, and by the way, I've discovered a brand of cleaning products that are amazing. I'm just testing it out some more before I show it to you, because if I show you something, I want to be sure that, you're going to love it too. So I'm testing.
It is awesome.
I've done oven racks and things, and this granite, whatever stone bench top, never been so beautifully smooth, streak free and clean. And we're very impressed. But anyway.
Collaboration coming soon. You all ain't ready. Get ready, something big's dropping.
No, not a collab. I'll just show everybody what I've got, right?
No, you have to do it in an influencer style. We'll learn you one of these days. Michael says, LOL, Babu, Chris is a walking disaster. Yep.
At least they didn't say The Walking Dead.
I feel like people know me now. I'm very comfortable.
They're on to you. You can't.
Michelle says, Ruth, yes, if I stop buying things, I might have more room. Yes, fix your shopping addiction, Michelle. Becky says, maybe just the way you have it with sprinkles lightly of cinnamon powder, if applicable, of course.
Well, cinnamon powder, because you then get cinnamon crunch. And there's a few people in Germany who went crazy over these cornflakes, and they were making chocolate cornflakes. Obviously you process it with your cocoa powder and roll it out and then do the same thing, right? But they were making chocolate cinnamon crunch. They were doing all sorts of things with this recipe. So it's a basic cornflakes or cereal, but you can customize it to how you like it. It's just a matter of making sure that cheese taste is gone for the basic recipe once it's cooled. So, any more comments? Because we will get this Ted Case done.
Both Lucky and Michael said you could try, they're talking to Becky and said you could try vanilla powder. Lucky says, Michael, great minds think alike. Yes, Lackey, but fools seldom differ as well. Just bear that in mind. Ruth says hot chocolate time, Mel.
Hot chocolate time, yes.
Chef seconds that. Black Star.
Oh,
Who is here?
hello Black Star,
Black
how
Star
are
for a
you?
while. Still don't know Black Star's actual name. Someone say
That's
vanilla,
fine.
question mark.
Someone's having a...
Uncle Danny says, cool how she used Chris as a guinea pig before she tasted it. Maybe Chris is disposable. Yeah, definitely. I think, actually no, my life insurance is higher than Mel's. So yeah, I am disposable.
You must be so lucky that I haven't pegged you off yet.
If not for the want of trying.
Pegged you off as in, murdered him for his money. Well, not, you don't have any money, your insurance money.
I watch too much Forensic Files, so you can't get me. I know all the signs to look out for.
Except you don't cook at all. And you wouldn't know that you're, being poisoned or whatever.
That's very true, actually.
Yes.
I'll look for some glycol in my morning beverage. Black Star says I could bathe in vanilla.
Oh, yes. I so get that.
Chef says, ice, ice, baby, oh, wrong vanilla. Yeah, Chef, stop, collaborate, and listen.
Oh my God.
What an absolute superstar Vanilla Ice was. Sorry, Robert Van Winkle. That's his real name. Why did he change it? Because nothing rhymes with Winkle. Becky says Chef is hilarious. He is.
Yes.
Michelle says, so the filly milk needs to settle for a week. Wonder how long it will last past a week though.
Yes, so let's keep track on it like every live show. I will do this. I just need to make sure that I don't use too much because we are already running out. I started off with a half a thing and then with all the tasting, it's down to that. So let's check it again in a week's time. It'll be 2 weeks old by then. And yeah, I'm also interested to see when is it actually going to go bad. Yeah.
Mark says, wait, what is the ratio again? This was about 10 minutes ago, so I don't know what...
The ratio for the milk, I'm sure he's talking about the milk.
The milk?
Yes, so it is 2 parts water to 1 part cream cheese. So if you're using 1 cup of water, you need a half a cup of Philadelphia full-fat cream cheese. That's what I used. So anything else, the other cream cheeses, they don't really taste that good. During COVID, I still remember how bad that cream cheese was. It was sour. So we're not looking for sour milk. We just want one that's closest, and the full fat is the best one that I've tried so far.
Becky says, Mel, I made your milk. I added a small amount of sweetener since it had an aftertaste that I didn't appreciate in my coffee.
Right, the sour, yes, that cream cheese sourness, I agree with you. I would reckon try it again. For me, this is tasting better after a week. I don't know why. I can't tell you. Anyway.
Michael says, now you need to determine how long to pre-mix it to use it for it to taste better. What? For it?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, for it to taste better.
So the question is it 1 week? 1 week's good, but if it's 2 weeks, then great. As long as we all know what to expect and the time frames, then we know what we're dealing with. So I know that Auntie Judy also made the milk. She loved it, Lackey. So yeah, we all have different tastes, and you got to make adjustments to suit you.
Michelle says, haha, awesome. Looking forward to those behind the scene photos.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Yep.
All your files are going to come out.
Yep.
Lackey says to Chef, weren't they fake? Weren't they? Oh, no. That was Milli Vanilli, not Vanilla Ice. Milli Vanilli were the ones that got busted for lip syncing.
Yes, lip syncing.
What I never understood is why the people who didn't, like people who actually
They
made.
apparently weren't good looking enough. That's why the decision was made to put in these, the fake Milli Vanilli.
Plastic candles. Yeah.
Milli Vanilli. I want to say Milli Vanilla.
Milli
Anyway.
Vanilla. Michael says Chris should do a cleaning video wearing a maid outfit. Michael, look.
I don't even have a maid outfit.
Ain't no one gonna pay anything to see that. Carrie Whitbread has arrived.
Hello, Kerry. How are you?
And says, did I arrive at the Chris in the maid outfit? Yeah, what an opportune time to arrive, eh, Kerry? That's not suspect. Patty Dixon is here.
Hello, Patty.
Hello,
How are
Patty.
you?
Hi.
Nice to see you again.
I've just tuned in. I'll have to watch the replay.
Okay.
Chef says it would make the hot cocoa better, Mel.
What would make the hot cocoa better?
The milk, I guess.
I think he's talking about the milk, but
I think so.
I've been having it in with hot chocolate, and I don't mind it. Like cream cheese is a little bit, how can I say, sour as compared. It's less sour than sour milk or sour cream, but it is more sour than regular full fat milk. So that sourness in the hot chocolate, it kind of works because there's sweetener in that hot chocolate mix. So I've been enjoying it.
Kerry says, I slept in. In my wisdom, I decided to start a Lord of the Rings marathon at 6 p.m. last night.
Oh my goodness.
Well, if ever there was a need to question your life decisions, number one, you decided to start watching Lord of the Rings.
You've never seen it, have you?
I watched 1 hour of the first one, and then I went and cleaned the entire house.
So not speaking from experience.
No, that's why I am speaking from experience.
You're not.
Questioning the fact that anybody would watch Lord of the Rings in the first place, let alone starting a marathon at 6 p.m. when the movies are 3 hours each.
Yes. So a 9-hour total trilogy, you then think you're an expert on the subject after watching for 1 hour. I mean,
Yeah, it's crap.
I have watched Lord of the Rings several times, all of them. So, excuse me.
There's no helping some people, even when they know that it's not any good.
No, I think it's a sign of intelligence when you can understand a movie enough to keep going with it.
But to understand the fictional movie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's intelligence.
Here's the thing.
Oh, here we go. Tell them how long it took you to understand the Matrix.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to tell you about. For years, he did not watch the Matrix trilogy because he got fed up with it at the point of where, you take the red pill, you choose the red pill or the blue pill. So he couldn't understand that transition where that pill that Keanu Reeves takes, it dispatches him from the fake existence and into the real reality. And he never watched The Matrix for years because of it. I think it was something like 2017 where I actually got him to sit down and I sat with him and at each point explained. But it was just maybe one major around the pool choosing area that he was like,
Stupid bloody movie.
Anyway, let's do a taste test now.
Auntie Chris says, but you cannot trust in big capitals, you cannot trust a neat cook. And for the cereal, how about shaking the broken cereal pieces in a Ziploc bag or granulated sweetener, either plain or with cinnamon? Yeah, that would...
While they're hot though, yes. You can do it while they're hot. You know why? Because you need that seasoning or the spices that you use to stick to those pieces. So by all means, yes, easy, like grill your cheese, pop it in, break it up, put it in the bag, season it. Why not? That's a good idea.
Becky says, yes, Kerry, they want to have Chris in a maid's outfit and make him clean up after Mel's show. I know, right, Becky? Please send help. I'm being abused here.
I don't think there's one that would fit you, love.
Really? Fat shaming me and it's not even midday yet. Chef says, I used to add half and half to my hot cocoa before keto.
Yeah. I've always just used a watered down heavy cream for my milk, but I've been trying to think about doing things a little bit better, and what started it was this whole heavy cream thing is not reliable. So I thought, okay, let me use the powder, and then the powder's not reliable either, right? So yeah.
Mark says, I missed a comment here. Mark says, I love the Mel and Chris brackets Lucy and Ricky show.
Lucy and Ricky.
Love the conversation and feedback to comments.
Thank you, Mark.
So like
We're a little bit unhinged, but
a little,
at least it's fun.
Anna Marie says, thanks for your big contribution to keto.
Oh, thank you, Anna Marie. Anna Marie.
Anna Marie. Chef says, we're all family here, and great comparison, Mark.
You're welcome.
Harold is back and says, what time is it there?
It is 11 a.m. on a Sunday morning. We start at 10 a.m. On a Sunday morning, and we try to let our live shows go for about an hour.
Becky says, please let it be something international. I think that's the cleaner, when you're talking about the cleaner. Because Michelle then says, I need a cleaner that really cuts through grease and grime and can be used on painted walls, as well as stovetops. My stovetop spits stuff up onto my wall. Ugh. Michelle, we have got you covered. And when you do say what it is, we've been using these products for what, 3 weeks now?
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that this company is in the US before I show you guys. I feel really bad that I'm, like with my CK products, the products that I have now, and this is one of the big projects that we're trying to accomplish, is have somewhere where we can store our products in the US so that you guys get free shipping, short shipping times, all of that kind of stuff. And we don't really know how to find we do know how to find just the ones that the 3PL, third-party logistics companies that we are engaging with are not really fast coming back. So if you know somebody that has a third-party logistics company, please drop us the info on, maybe their name. We could find out the rest, because it is really holding things up right now. In particular, CK flour, egg white protein powder, Lush Locks, hair remedy, all of the stuff where you can get free shipping, it's holding up the works, and that's our problem at the moment. So please help.
Mom H says, love you guys, great recipe today, can't wait to try it. To Mel and my eye candy Chris. No. Thank you, Mom. Chef says, exactly, Chris, that's what I told her the first time she said that he's talking about Lord of the Rings. So I've got one supporter, thank you. Ruth says, I wonder if that cleaner would work on my husband. From experience, Ruth, I can tell you no, it doesn't.
It's a bit eco-friendly, these products, so it's not going to break down any human matter.
No matter how hard you try, right?
Yeah.
Chef says, does it start with an E?
No.
No, it does not. Michael says, you have to sleep sometimes, Chris. You're never safe from insurance claims. Grandma Braubach says, I'm back. I've been on break. My hubby wanted attention. I'll go watch the shorter version later and compare them.
Okay.
Very good.
Thank you, Grandma.
Danny says, Uncle Danny says, when is it going to go bad? Great that you have Chris to help you with that. Don't test it yourself. You have a viable YouTube channel. Can't risk that. Chef says, we think so alike, sis. Wait till you see what I've had in my refrigerator for 9 months now. Ooh,
Wow.
I'd like to see what that is, actually.
Yeah. And yes, I agree with you. We do think alike in many ways, yes.
Michael says, good idea, Danny. As in, use me as your test mule. That's generally what happens. Kerry says, I was going to put on the Big Bang Theory with dinner. Hang on. So you picked Lord of the Rings over the Big Bang Theory. Walk me through that decision. I was going to put on the Big Bang Theory with dinner, and then Netflix says that they're removing the first Lord of the Rings in a few days, so I had to watch them. Oh, thank God. It's actually going to be removed from Netflix. Yes.
You know you can choose what to watch on
I support
Netflix.
it, yeah, but if it's
You
there,
can choose not to watch.
people suggest watching it. Get rid of it. Hands down, worst bunch of movies ever made.
You wouldn't know, would you?
I would.
No, you wouldn't. There's still The Hobbit. And what about all the Shalamala Ding Dong kind of movies?
And not Shalamala Ding Dong.
Those are way. There's a lady in the.
Yeah,
there's whispering in all his movies, and like there's a lady in the water. They whisper. And for me, like that was the worst.
That's why I don't watch M. Night Shalamala Ding Dong movies.
Yeah.
Because they do whisper.
For me, that's worse than Lord of the Rings, at least. Don't you pick on my Dune.
I liked Dune.
Yeah.
I did, both of them.
Yeah, that's like my favorite. I can't get enough of it.
I'm just upset now that we've got to wait for the third part to come. There's definitely a third part coming. We've got to wait for it.
Yes. I know that it's a year out, I think, but they're shooting already.
Kerry says, and Chris, you are missing out fantastic movies. Thanks for your concern, Kerry, but I am good. I feel like my life is complete not having watched them. Michael says there are 3 versions of Lord of the Rings. Each one gets longer and longer. Yeah, just why?
Stop it. You're cracking yourself up. Or
No.
who said something?
Lackey's got, you know the little spinning wheel of doom with the little balls that go around? It's got that emoji and says Chris's mind watching Lord of the Rings and the Matrix.
He blocked his mouth and went quiet, so I was like, what's going on?
No, it is. It's
He
like,
loved it, by the way.
this is not computing.
Smiling from ear to ear.
Not at Lackey's comment.
Yes,
Something
and
else's. No.
that's what cracked you up. Anyway.
Michelle says Neo, Keanu Reeves in the Matrix. Yep. Michael says Chris doesn't need to know he's in the Matrix. It wouldn't matter if I didn't know. I still wouldn't know what the hell's going on. Becky says I still have my Keanu Reeves style sunglasses.
Nice.
Ruth says choose the red or blue pill, Chris.
He wouldn't know what it does. Which one does what?
I don't know what each one does. So on the grounds that it might offend my ancestors, I choose to remain neutral.
He watched it. I think he watched it twice, because the first stint was explaining, and then he watched it without any explanations from me and enjoyed it. So he hasn't watched it as much as any of like a regular fan would. I can safely say I've watched it at least 20 times, but yeah. Anyway, and I'm not even a crazy Matrix fan. I was a while ago, but
You were a crazy Keanu Reeves fan for a while.
oh, and still am.
Chef says I never watched Lord of the Rings, but the new one, Power of the Rings, was really good.
I haven't watched that.
That's how they.
Is it on Netflix?
That's how they reel you in, Chef. They get you to watch something that's kind of half okay, and then you
Power
think,
of the
oh, I'll
Rings.
try the other one.
I won't forget that.
Must be a series, TV series, because Michael says, yes, Chef, I prefer the TV series over the movies.
Oh, okay.
Becky says, Mel may give him both bottles and that will really confuse him about the red and blue toss. Doesn't take much. Mark says, oh my god, 8 p.m. here, had no idea. Janice says, could you use whey protein powder in cereal recipe instead of almond flour?
That is something I should have tested. But you know what? After we're done here, I'm going to try a Janice, and it actually might be really good. I don't have whey protein powder. I have, can you please see if you can get me the tasteless protein powder? I've always used this protein powder. It doesn't have whey in. It's just a protein powder.
My Crocs went in sport mode. Sorry. I'm good. I'm good. I'll go. Okay, well, while you're doing that, I'll read some comments. Ruth says, Lucky, I have to be nice to Chris tonight. I got a kiss. See, I bought your silence. Thank you very much, Ruth. Yep, you're good.
So I'm going to try this one. This is 0 carb. The calories are only 57 for a tablespoon, which is what you should use. But yeah, I'll try it with this and see what happens.
Michelle's gonna look up third party. She's probably got someone who can help you with third party stuff.
Thank you.
Mark says, Mel, have you had much experience with cooking with protein powder, frying, etc.? I have tried it and it looked great, but fell apart in my mouth to a powder. Thoughts?
Oh, it'll be your other ingredients, because when you think about it, protein powder is just a powder, right? So if you want to dry out your batter or whatever, you can add some protein powder. Of course, you're going to beef up your protein content, but think of it as just a powder. It's not going to help anything to rise. It's not going to do much in terms of a consistency change, only in that it is a powder and not a liquid. So it'll be your other ingredients that are lacking a little bit, and I'd be interested to know what recipe you were using that happened with. Because maybe I have another one that, you could just use your protein powder with and it'll be fine.
Like he says, Chris, Ruth, be careful, his kiss could be lethal.
Kiss of death.
Michael says, surely we don't need a kissing booth manned by Chris. Moving along swiftly. Auntie Kathy's here. Hello, Auntie Kathy.
Hello, Auntie.
Says, hi, I had a day of soccer.
Hi, how are you?
Becky says, very interesting, Mark. I try to increase protein content in soups. Mix it first smoothly and then become lumpy. I haven't tried again yet. Grandma Green says, the 4-year-old is not letting me watch tonight. I'll have to watch later. He says he is my, and this is so cute how it's spelled, priority, spelled P-Y-O-R-I-D-Y, priority.
But that's a big word.
It is. That's cute though. Grandma Browback's also out of here. I have to go. I'll watch later. Thanks.
Thank you.
Michelle says, take the red pill. Chef says it's on Prime, so Amazon Prime for Power of the Ring.
Okay. Thank you, Chef.
Becky says, Mel, me too, but I'm too short and pudgy to waddle in a long black coat.
What was that in reference to?
It must be something to do with Keanu.
Oh, right. Oh, yes, the whole look. Because we were discussing sunglasses as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Becky says they killed Leo at the end, didn't they, Chef? Isn't that the Titanic where they killed Leo at the end when he couldn't fit on the board?
Leonardo DiCaprio, his name wasn't Leo in Titanic, was it? It was Jack.
As you were. Janice would like to know how long and at what temperature for the cornflakes. I must have missed that.
Okay, yes, so we did discuss the temperature, and I was saying that if you set your temperature to 350, it's going to bake faster. If you set your temperature to 320, it's going to do a longer bake. At between 300 and 320, you need about 30 to 35 minutes. At the 350 mark, you need 15 to 20 minutes. Now, the variable 15 to 20 minutes is going to be based on like the color you achieve, right? So my oven or my cheese seems to bake from the outside in, which is why I get darker and lighter ones. But look at all of this together. It makes for a lovely looking cereal. Now, before we do anything else, can we do a taste test?
Yep.
Can I come? You said blindfolded, right?
I said a blind taste test.
Do you promise to keep your eyes closed?
I'm not looking at anything. Just put whatever you want on a plate.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, Michelle says, with protein powder, I use premium Aussie or NZ powder. We have some of the best quality whey protein down under. Good.
You don't mind if I do as well?
Mark says, I fried chicken with protein powder. Looked amazing, stuck well, but was powder in the mouth.
Oh, okay. You're not going to get a good result when you fry protein powder. It's good when you are baking muffins or, you know, making pancakes even. It's good that way in a batter, like a loose batter. Try ground chia seeds to coat your chicken. It comes out really good, and people also say chicken powder, right? But chicken powder is expensive and can be, if you're not used to it, it can be time consuming or difficult to make. But ground chia seeds, it turns out gorgeous. You should have a look at my crumb chicken recipe that I have posted, and I've also done a battered fish. You can use the batter for chicken if you want that kind of like KFC kind of batter. It's in the crumbed fish video. The crumbed chicken video is a version of this. We grind these up fine and we stack it onto a chicken fillet basted in egg. So yeah, it's really good.
The second one you gave me was to me tasted the nicest and the least cheesy.
Agreed. Gelatin.
Ah, right, okay. So everything I said earlier on, disregard it.
It's because when it's warm, you're not going to get the true taste. And I agree with you. I'm still tasting with the egg white protein powder version. I'm still tasting a little bit of cheese there. It's not off-putting, but I don't want it in a cereal. I don't want to have a hint of cheese taste in a cereal. I mean, if that's what you're going for, fine. But the gelatin is really good. Any more comments while I do this?
Michael says, okay, peeps, I have to go to the horse glue factory to reseal my stitches.
Oh.
Yeah. All right,
Sorry.
Michael, go well. Okay. I need to explain some Australian humour. Because Becky says, what's at the horse glue factory, Michael? And Chef says, I don't know, I think he was calling himself old Becky. And Becky then said, is it insider humour? So, Becky, without being too graphic about it, when horses get really old or they have to be put down for medical reasons or whatever, I don't know if they still do it, but they used to basically turn the horses into glue.
Really?
They literally, yeah. Well, whatever process is used, the horses were melted down, if you like, to make glue. So they used to always say, like, if a horse lost a race or got hurt doing work on a farm or whatever, they'd say, I'll send it off to the glue factory. So Michael's basically saying he's knackered and he's gone to the glue factory to get, reinvented. So, or resealed. So long story short, I always say I'm due back at the laboratory to get my bolts tightened. Becky says my bucket list is to go to Australia meeting Mel, Chris, and you, Michelle. That would be a cool
That would be so
party.
cool.
We'd love it. And Michelle says, could you use lupin flour for the cornflakes?
Yes. So you would need to access the old video. So look for Cook with Mel cornflakes. It'll come up straight away. Replace the almond flour component. It uses 40 grams of almond flour. You only use 20 grams of lupin. And we have reached the end. I can't stop eating this one, by the way. The gelatin one. Oh my goodness. It's really nice. But so I'm going to try and compare the gelatin with using protein powder just off camera and see which one does better. If whichever one's better, we'll go with that. But thank you for joining us today, and it was so nice spending time with you and, you know, chewing the fat or
Shoot the breeze.
shoot the breeze. Thank you so much. We love you guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.